It's time for live racing action with the Short Track Super League Southeastern Super Late Model Series. Presented by Simply Whatnots and Moneymaker Motorsports. Like them on Facebook and give them a follow. Now, let's join Captain TV live from USA International Speedway.
It is one of two races we will see this evening, and that starts right now at USA Speedway. It is the Short Track Super League as we go racing two races in one night. The high impact Short Track Super League, the Southeastern Super Late Model Series here at USA Speedway. I am the captain. We welcome you into another season of fun racing here and the Short Track Super League. USA Speedway as we run two races tonight. This 0.6 of a mile track in Florida, which actually doesn't exist anymore, but it exists on iRacing, and we get to enjoy that racing here this evening. 90-degree weather, 61% humidity, 9-mile-an-hour winds under clear skies, and so on and so forth. But 85 laps or 45 minutes, whatever happens first, that is what we will do. So we welcome you in, though, this evening. Got some great racing in store tonight. 28 cars, it looks like, going to take the grid, and should be a pretty fun race here this evening. So we hope you are ready for a lot of fun. The other race we'll see tonight, the Tour Modifieds that you might have seen before on the Great Lakes Short Track Super League. They will be over at Five Flags Speedway up in Pensacola. So 2 nights of short track racing in Florida going to be coming up here in just a little bit. Now the cars are out there qualifying right now. River Hayes, the winner of the New Year's Throwdown earlier this week on that Saturday night in Oxford Plains Speedway in Maine. He won the feature race, and, well, he's leading the show again tonight in qualifying right now with Peyton Howe, Ron Hart, Grew, or Samuel Fontaine there in 4th, Travis Pryor, your top 5 right now. So let's get ourselves in shape here and what is going on. So obviously a lot of changes have happened, especially on the stream. I have done some updating, especially after Monday's debacle in the TI Racing IndyCar Series. I did some updating to drives and stuff like that, and I've actually got some more to do here after tonight's broadcast to get us ready for some more fun coming up here this weekend. But as you see, the graphics have changed. I've been able to load up everything to its full capacity now. The difference is, obviously, I've brought down the quality of video. You might have noticed a little bit. So I apologize for that part, but at least you get full racing, and everything should be running smooth now. There should be no issues at all this evening. So make sure you sit back and enjoy that as a benefit for tonight. So obviously, still working on a couple things here as they qualify. So bear with me. We'll be ready to race here in just a couple of minutes here as they get through qualifying minute number 4 in. I believe it's only a 5-minute qualifying as I work my way up to the details of the race this evening and into the season that is going on. We got so many things going on. Payout structure, $50 going to go into the first place in overall season points, $25 for second, $15 for third, and $10 for fourth. They got a $5 weekly hard charger award. Now they got to set a qualifying time to get that award. How about the Mr. Clean award? Highest finishing 0x finisher will get $5 tonight. So that's going to play a role also tonight. If drivers have 3 or more cautions caused by them, they will be out of the race. 10 total weeks of racing we'll enjoy. Top 24 will qualify on time for the feature unless otherwise noted, which I believe tonight everybody's going to make the race for sponsor exemption. So, but custom fixed setups and more. So should be some pretty fun stuff. All these guys racing for free tonight. So should be very interesting and a very fun season of racing. And again, fixed setups. Remember, last season it was all open setups. So that's definitely going to make some fun here tonight for this race. So, but we're going to grid right now and get these guys rolling for 85 laps of racing. Looking through all the channels, everybody is here, and I'm going to jump into my chat. I haven't had a chance to do that yet here on Discord. But qualifying officially over. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup here as everybody grids up. River Hayes going to be the pole sitter for tonight's race. River going to start alongside Peyton Hayes, the Virginia driver, going to start second in the 71 truck. Or car, whatever we're in here. Ron Hart going to start third alongside Curtis Critchley, the Canadian driver, going to start fourth. Ricky Howell Jr. going to start fifth. I remember that name. Some might remember that name. He raced back in the Nordgaard days, I remember correctly. Samuel Fontaine going to start sixth. Travis Pryor, seventh, alongside Justin Laxton. Pete Polini and Mike Henry Jr. are going to start there in the 10th position. You'll notice a lot of new names in this field this evening. Kevin Anderson, he'll start alongside Mark Herzog there in the 12th position. Also, throughout the grid, Mike Carlson, the California driver, starting 13th alongside Michael Benedetto. Caitlin Osborne, the New Englander, will start next to Curran Beckler. Matthew Telder and Drift, Jacob Glandulich will start there in the 18th position. Dennis Warrens and Mario Ercolani, I believe it's how it's pronounced. Ercolani. Sounds good to me. Starts 20th. Michael Steffen, the boss man, starts 21st alongside Nick Jazabowski. He showed me how to pronounce his name. I didn't get a chance to read that. So, Nick, if I get it wrong tonight, I apologize. Mike Duryea and Ronald Redmond Jr., 23rd, 24th. Matt Sparks, Richard Benedetto, Carl Felver, and David Oliver, 27th, 28th, and I believe Tyler Catalano was removed from the server earlier, so you will not see him in the room. Forgive me for the logos. I'll have to get that fixed between sessions this evening. As the cars roll off, as we get ready, 85 laps or 45 minutes. And if you look up top there, I'm going to throw this up here. I usually do this for qualifying, but I figured this might be a good idea tonight. You'll see a little timer up there on the top of the screen. That timer will tell you how long is left in the race, basically. So in case we do get a lot of cautions, so on and so forth, you'll be able to see how much time we have in the session. But 85 laps or the 45 minutes. If you get a chance, make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can type in at Captain IRTV. That is how you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We are not on Instagram, so I apologize for that. Or everything else. All right. All right, pace car is off. River Hayes, Peyton Howell going to lead him to the green flag. It's race number 1 of 2 tonight and race number 1 of 10 for the season Super Late Models at USA. Let's go. Oh, couple cars getting loose there on these older tires, or not older tires, I should say old, or not so warm tires. 3 wide down into turn 3. Look at this move. Ron Hart to the inside, and they survive. Nice move by the 55. The 20 right there, Ricky Howell Jr., Travis Pryor, Sam Fontaine. You see Catalano and Oliver did not start the race, so 27 cars officially on the grid. Oh, car getting loose in the O2. Into the wall. Not sure if... looks like he did have some issues there falling back, but nice save there by Travis Pryor. Oh, and one car spinning back there to 77. That'll bring the caution out. And I'm not sure who the 77 is because I see a different number. And then the 12 has also gone around. We'll get those numbers here in just a second. Just bear with me. We'll get that up. There we go. Get that off my screen. I was inviting more viewers to come watch us, so forgive me for that. I see CG cars, Critchley, Howell, Polini, new team on the, and I think my iRacing timing just crashed, so we're going to do old school here real quickly on the replay, so I apologize for this. And go back and see the replay. Here's the O2. He gets sent to the infield. Oh, never mind. I got it back, so we're good. All right. I thought I was going to lose my telemetry there for a second. And then off the back straightaway, 77 loses it. And then the 12 gets turned. Oh, he gets clipped by Stefan. I see another car involved in that. A couple cars involved. Work with me. We'll get you a replay here in just a second. But that's the first caution of the night here at lap number 3. Again, still getting some gremlins out here from... I've had to do some updating the last couple nights, and unfortunately just working my way through it. So we'll be okay here in a second. You see the timer up there. We're 3 minutes into a 45-minute race. I can actually, give me a second. Once I get everything updated and rolling here smoothly, I will switch that over to where it counts down. So just give me a second on that. Now, caution laps, you're going to notice the ticker going nuts. And the reason why that is caution laps are actually turned off. That's why, so basically what it's doing is as the car crosses the line, it resets their laps, and iRacing's pretty much taught to put them at the back of the grid. So it's all rotating around pretty much is what you're going to see. So it's going to go nuts, unfortunately, for that situation. But everything should reset itself here as we'll go back to racing at lap number 4 of 85 in this race. River Hayes, Peyton Howe, Ricky Howe Jr., Ron Hart, and Travis Pryor going to lead him down to turn number 1. The 27, Curtis Critchley there in the 6th position. Pete Polini, good to see him back out here. See that sun starting to set a little bit. And caution is out. Second time to 52 of Richard Benedetto has smacked the outside wall, it looks like. The second caution out of the night. Let's see if we can go back and looks like it's already happened. Even my personal replay finder is getting screwed up by the whole flipping of the grid. Here's what happens. Richard is on the bottom, 3 wide here on the 77. Oh, he gets hooked. The 77 turns him. Who is that in the 77? That is Ronald Redmond in the 77 car. Ronald was a part of the first caution. So if you haven't had a chance to, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd appreciate it very much. If you're a new viewer watching us this evening. So Ronald Redmond on pit road, also Drift on pit road, and Curran Beckler, it looks like, on pit road here. We will go back to green at lap number 5. Again, caution laps aren't counting. That's why we've only gotten 5 laps in 64, or 6 minutes and 54 seconds. And the reason why you see the ticker kind of doing what it's doing is because of the non-pace laps being counted by laps. All right, pace car going to hang a right, and we will go back racing. On lap number 5, here we go. See if we can get some green flag racing on us. Hayes leaves the door open for the 71. How? He is going to take it. Leave an inch, take a mile. Hayes to the outside. Let's see if he can make that highline fight. I'm sure he's not too thrilled about that. Ricky Howell Jr. right there behind him as Hayes scrapes the wall up. And the 55 of Ron Hart. Going to line up that inside as Ricky kind of slides up the track a little bit. Oh, 20 sideways and Howell in the wall hard. And that brings the third caution out. Do a couple things here. Forgive me. Do some editing of some things. Hopefully everything's going well in the stream. From what I'm seeing on my phone, it looks like it's going well, so that's good news. Well, let's go back and see. We'll do it this way. Maybe not. Here we go. Here's what happened to Ricky. He goes down into turn 3, gets to the inside of Hayes. Down the back straightaway there, Hayes almost clips the wall. And, oh, you know what? Ricky gets a little help from the 81 into the outside wall. So third caution comes out. I'm going to turn this off just for now, just to, because I'm sure that gets annoying watching cars just flip positions there for a couple seconds, right? All right. We appreciate everybody watching tonight. If you do like to chat, if you're new to watching us, you know I chat with viewers because I'm a one-man show up here most nights. So if you want to chat with me, feel free. You can ask some questions about the league or whatnot. I can answer however. Answer whatever I can tell you. Just fixing the ticker. It should. There we go. There's your countdown now. So there you go. 34 minutes left in this race. So we should be good to go now. Stream's looking good. Happy about that. If you weren't there Monday night for the IndyCar race, I went through hell, literally, to get that thing running right, and I couldn't. And it was unfortunate, but we made it work out, and you made some edits. Thank you to Isaac Morris and Ed Kerstetter, also Travis Icavacci of the Great Lakes Truck Series. They all stepped up and helped me out with some advice and, with some input of what I needed to do, and was able to do it, and here we are. You know, unfortunately, we had a little less stream production, but at least now I get to put the stream on for you guys, and knock on wood, I've had a few little bugs here, but nothing terrible, and here we are. Everything's running smoothly now, and we can go from there. We're going to wrap up the third caution here, and they're going to do a single file restart. You do have the ability to do that in iRacing. And a good idea to start on that outside because you could get jumped really easily. And so we go back to racing here. You see the 0-2, is that? And caution's back out again. Travis Pryor trying to get up there on the inside of the 27 of Curtis Critchley and not able to do so. Caution out just like that. And according to my telemetry, it's showing, I'm trying to get to the bottom here. Oh, I gotta go find it, it looks like. Maybe River Hayes? River Hayes sitting on pit road here. Uh-oh. Down into turn 3 and 4. Oh, the 20 gets loose. 20 gets loose. And the 81 turns him. Helps him out. And that brings the caution out again. So the pace car getting a lot of work here early in this race. So Peyton Howell leading this race into 71. Ron Hart, Travis Pryor, Curtis Critchley, and Sam Fontaine. Got a couple of Canadians there running 4th and 5th. That's cool to see. There's Grew back there in that 91 car. Good big shout out to Moneymaker Motorsports who helped put this whole thing together. Of course, Moneymaker consisting of I've got my leagues mixed up here. Of Michael Steffen. He has put this whole thing together. Of course, him and Sam Fontaine and others definitely have done a great job with the field and with the rules here, allowing us to have 2 nights of racing. Or 2 nights, 2 races in 1 night. All right, I'm going to take a deep breath here for a second. Just catch back up. Ooh, this is what happens when you get to multitasking, trying to get everything set up and make sure everything's running smooth. This is the kind of issues you get. But we're good to go. Everything is running smooth now. And we'll get ready for some more racing here. We're not even completed lap 7 yet. Again, all the caution laps that have happened, unfortunately, have put a little dimmer to the start of this race. But doesn't mean we can't pick it up and get it going here. And potentially get a good green flag run going. There's the butt kicker number 71, though, of Peyton Howell, who leads this race. Appreciate all the viewers here tonight. So what will happen is we'll come up on 45 minutes when this race ends. Obviously, another session will go up. When that happens, we'll just take a quick intermission. Actually, immediately after this race, I am going to go to break. And basically, we will not talk to the drivers until the next session goes up, who finished well in this race. Because I want to fill some time during practice to talk to those guys instead of sitting here with nothing going on the track. So you'll be able to watch practice in the background while I talk to the drivers who finished 1, 2, 3, and maybe a couple others throughout practice. But also I will get a little intermission myself in because that's just what I do. All right, pace car going to pull back off. We'll go back racing here at lap number 7 after the 4th caution. And right away, Pryor going to jump to the high side on Hart. He left that high side open. And like I said earlier, on a short track, you take an inch, or give an inch, you're going to take a mile. And the O2 gets a little loose off the corner. That allows the 55 of Hart to clear. Here's Pete Pellini back here in this number 51 car. Doing a good job this evening. Let's ride with Pete. Down the straightaway into turn number 3. You see him following the 91 right down on that yellow line. That is the preferred groove here. Howell still leading. He's got about 3/10 or so on Hart. Pryor, Critchley, and those guys looking back here mid-pack. Got some passing. And one car getting loose down there. I didn't see who that was, but Zesbowski making the pass there on Telder. Matter of fact, Telder in the 12 is going to make the pass on the 82. He's going to bring the 15 with him of Carl Felver. Now, cars off the track right now include River Hayes, Ronald Redmond. Those guys behind the wall right now, so the pole sitter not going to win this race. But these super late models proven to be a little bit of a handful as this rubber gets laid down. Your top five all running pretty well here. 77. Or this 51, I should say, Pete Polini. A good job here as a pass for position. Justin Laxton. The man who, to this date, if he put the letters R-E in front of his name would be Just Relaxin'. I mean, how cool would that be? Looking out the back window, the Midwest driver. Looking back at the, I'm still learning the names of some of these guys. Mike Henry Jr. Justin, I think, going to be a good driver to watch here tonight and throughout the season. A lot of good I ratings in this series. A lot of good drivers. Here you got to be careful on the throttle. 15 laps in. Look back here. Mark Herzog there in the 47. A little bit of a Dale Jr. throwback there at the in-and-out car. I like that paint. Makes the pass on Henry. Henry being patient there, just letting these cars roll on by. Nothing wrong with that. Check back here on the boss man, Michael Steffen. He's looking on the 41. And trouble. Ricky Howell Jr. has got issues. The 20 car bringing out the caution off turn 2. And, oh, he's in a crabby mood. He's not in a good mood. He's crabbing. Let's see what happens to the 20 car. Oh, he climbed the wall. Oh, he had issues from the start. Look at that car all sideways and all. That thing was sideways from the start. And he goes up the track. You can see how much right hand's in the corner already. And he just drifts up there into marbles, and I'm guessing he's going to lose the back. Oh, no, the back end's going to catch the wall and climb. Yep. Sends into the inside wall. I've had that happen to me before. Tough break. But caution out here on lap number 16. I am going to step away for 1 quick second. I'll be right back. Oh, no. Thank you for telling me that. I apologize. I knew it would be something I'd get wrong tonight. And I turned the audio off on purpose during the intro. Hang on 1 second. We'll get the cars. Appreciate you telling me that. I wish somebody else. I mean, I got 20 viewers almost. Why wasn't somebody telling me? There we go. Here's your audio. I apologize for that. Got to get the bugs out, like I said earlier. Appreciate WKG Knox. Almost kind of looks like a radio station name. I kind of like that. For watching this evening. So from what I've been told, I want to make sure I saw the rules here because Michael Steffen did send me some info here right before we went on the air, and I was still trying to edit a couple of things. Yeah, no tires for either race tonight. So what you got is what you got on the track tonight. So no tires. And then when we're done with this race, we'll have 40 minutes on the tour race or laps completed. Now, this is actually a double points. So you're technically getting 3 points races ran tonight. You're going to get double points for this race and then single points for the third race this evening. That's something that people like to do on short tracks. And that's what makes this fun to be a part of is you get these certain kind of things that owners like to do at their series, and part of that tonight is those double points. So this is definitely a cool deal here. Music to our ears. That's awesome. I'm actually pulling up the race on my tablet, which I've started to do because now I can actually give shout outs to the viewers watching and stuff, where before I'm on my phone I can't really see everything. At least I think I can. Actually, I'll be able to do it over. Well, I appreciate your help, though. As we'll go back to racing here at lap number 16. Taking the green flag here. Peyton Howell leading this race after the fifth caution, with Hart almost getting jumped again on that outside by Pryor. 91 of Fontaine up the track. Is Pete Polini going to make a move for the fifth spot? My tablet will stay still. Give y'all a thumbs up too, guys. Much appreciated. There we go. Now I can use my phone for other stuff. So you see Polini gets past Fontaine. Laxton trying to get in there. Mark Herzog also there. Mike Henry and those guys. Nothing going on up front. Still about 0.2 of a second with the leaders, as we always like to look for battles on the track. Matt Sparks there in the 15, or that's Sparks in the 161 off the pace there. That's why you saw him get past. Meanwhile, the 0-2 up here of Travis Pryor running into third position after being involved in a little bit of issues earlier. Lap times about a 10th or so off pace right now from where they were in this race just a little bit ago. We ride on board with Pryor. Oh, you hear the wheel spin a little bit. That can't happen here. These super late models have a lot more power than the regular late models in these cars, so something you get to adjust to there. Into the corner, just let the car roll a little bit, roll right back to the throttle. You see the rubber getting laid down. These cars love the rubber, basically, the tires and all that. Let's go back here, fight for the 14th position. Michael Benedetto and Mario Ercolani in the 41 car. He's been up 5 positions since the start of this race there in that 41. That black and green car. Going to look inside. You see Benedetto with a little bit of damage there. Oh, nice move by the 12. Here comes Matthew Telder. He's on a mission right now. We started towards the back a couple restarts ago. Looking inside of Stefan. That's not Stefan. That's the 032 of Duria. Stefan's right there behind him. And I see my timer's gone away. Let's put that back up there. There we go. 18 minutes left in the race. And I'm going to go ahead and say this might, well, unless we get a long green run here, we might end this thing under the timer. Darth Plagueis in the building, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorite people named Darth. It's the only guy I know named Darth, but hey, let's count. Let's look up here. Kevin Anderson inside of Mike Carlson for position. He'll take the 10th spot away, move him into the top 10. Peyton Howell still leading by about 0.4 of a second right now. As you know, I like to show all types of passing and racing. As the 12 trying to get by. Duria coming into the picture then again, the 32. The 032, that is. Getting back out of Telder's rear window. Go back up front as the battle is starting to shape up here for the third position. Travis Pryor and Curtis Critchley looking. He's going to get a move there. I know, too, that a little bit of left front damage, or a little bit of nose damage. Oh, and caution back out. Caution is out. And I think it is for Caitlin Osborne, maybe? No. Well, we're going to have to go back to the old school way it looks like here, because basically when... Oh, no, it is Caitlin Osborne. Let's go back and see what happened. I don't know what has happened, but ever since the update, the pace car driver has been drunk. I'm just going to throw that out there. Caitlin in this number 24 car. Oh, loses the back end, spins the tires, and smacks that inside wall. And, yeah, that's going to bring the caution out. Let me look at something here, because normally I know before on this I've actually just downloaded Streamlabs OBS, which is better than regular OBS. It actually takes more away from pardon my screen here, you're gonna see. Apparently more GPU than regular OBS, which I found interesting. Isaac Morris led me to this, and it pretty much copied all my stuff over to this. So it was a very easy transition for me that has worked out so far. And I know before it was able to show me like who was watching and all that stuff on here. For some reason it's not doing it today. What is the orange and black PH bookmark? Where are you seeing that so I can answer your question? As pace car going to pull off. Oh, I got you. Everybody's got jokes. I like it. Restart, and look at the O2 get to the bottom this time of Hart. Got a real good jump to the inside. It's next to the flux and pass it. Good stuff. Ooh, up the track a little bit. That bottom line will do that. Critchley looking to pounce here. Oh, a little bit of door banging going on. That's short tracking at its finest. Gotta be careful. O2 at a little bit of a tough angle into the corner. Sun's starting to set. Now, of course, this location where the track is now a big old Walmart warehouse building. This track torn down a few years back. And unfortunately no longer exists except for on iRacing. There we go. Oh, caution out. Right on cue. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. It corrected itself. I thought caution was out. I looked up and said caution. Go back here to Sam Fontaine. Grew, as we like to call him. Grew in that 91 car, looking pretty sporty there behind that 77. He lost that position just a little bit ago to Pellini, but Pellini there holding his own. Back here, Michael Steffen trying to work underneath that 90 car. Dennis Warrens is in that 90. The all or nothing mobile. Oh, caution is out, and I think it's for Osborne again. Yep, she has spun off turn number 2, and that New England driver not having a good night so far. Go back and see what happened to her. Nice looking Richard Petty-mobile there in the 161. Let's see, Kern Beckler on her outside, and she just loses the back end. Tank slaps it into the wall. Look out. And I think the crew member there on the inside was doing a dab for a second. I could be wrong. So she takes her number 24 to the garage, it looks like, for the night, at least for this race. Ten minutes to go. Again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Much appreciated. I'm working on some things here while we talk, because I see there's ways to update this, which is really cool. I'll have to work on it while we get the practice up here in a little bit. I appreciate those who have subscribed. What, 180 subscriptions I think I'm at now? Last time I checked. Oh, right there, 197. Wow, we're about to hit 200. Hey! I'm about to hit 200. Party, party. So we got a lot of great stuff. We're almost streaming 7 nights a week now. We're up to 6 nights in a week streaming, and that's really going to get going starting tonight with the Short Track Super League going on tonight. And then tomorrow night, we're going to be on the air for a brand new league, the Blown Piston Racing League. It's not a brand new league. It's been around for a while. As a matter of fact, I was racing in it until last week. Basically, they had some issues, and I told them I would step out of the vehicle to race, to broadcast it. So I'm going to broadcast, and you're actually going to still see my truck in the race. We'll explain that whole deal tomorrow, but I'll be in the booth calling that series, the truck series, tomorrow night at Phoenix Raceway. Is their last race before the chase. It's going to be our first race on the air with them, so that's going to be fun. Scott Wise, Lauren Wise, and those guys, some great people. I'm sure they think I'm a pain in the tail because I raged a lot when I was racing. But needless to say, they'll be there tomorrow night watching us do the broadcasts and stuff. And then Saturday night, USRC, of course, the truck series there, going to be at Michigan. And then Sunday night, we're back with the Blown Piston Racing League for Xfinity Racing. They call it the Clash Series there They are going to be at the Kentucky Speedway, I think it was. I'll have to go back and look at that. But that'll be Sunday evening. So we got racing all week long, basically, all the way except Tuesday. As Hal goes back green with Hart, with Pryor, with Critchley, with Pellini, and with 7.5 minutes to go. Who's got anything for Peyton Howe, who's led the most laps in this race tonight? Lights are starting to come on, and as my favorite Houdini song once said, the freaks come out at night. Battle back here. Matthew Telder inside. As somebody caught the wall there, stalled the Sparks. Going to make the pass on Mike Carlson. Move him up to the 11th position, so Telder has definitely climbed up a lot tonight. Now the biggest mover in this race is back here in 15th. Carl Felder started in the 27th position, dead last, and is up here in the 15th spot. On board with Curtis Critchley, B-Leaf Racing. A little bit loose entry there. You saw the back end come around there, had to kind of turn right to turn left. Light bulb starting to flash here as we complete lap number 39. Pryor under a lot of pressure there with Critchley. Go back here, 18th position, a contact. Jizbowski gets put into the wall by Matt Sparks. Literally, Sparks flying off that car. You see drift up ahead there in the 20. Doing a good job in his debut tonight, having some fun. 5 minutes to go. And again, coming up next, Tour Modifieds from Five Flags Speedway. We'll go up to Pensacola for the second race tonight. Appreciate the 18 viewers. Let's try to work on that. If you got friends, if you got family, if you got teammates, if you're a racer, go get them. As I like to say, tell two friends to tell two friends and bring them in. Let's build the viewership up. I definitely appreciate, though, everybody being a part of this as the 15 looks underneath the 90 here. It's Felver going to make a pass. One of the fancier paint schemes of the night, that yellow and purple number 90 going back a spot. Meanwhile, up front, Hal with about 0.4 of a second on Ron Hart last time by. Oh, how about this? The top three cars all ran 21 flats. I just looked over and saw that. All three ran the same lap time. Top four, there is Sam Fontaine in the 6th position. The 81 car, Kevin Anderson doing a good job at Moneymaker Motorsport number 81. Sky's starting to get darker. We've officially hit the halfway point in this race. The problem is we only have 3.5 minutes to go, so more than likely lap time's about 20 seconds, so 3 would be 60. You're looking at probably 9 laps to go in this race or so. I went to school in Florida, so my math is not the best. Oh, 27, put a little bumper to the O2, I think. On board with Pryor's. That B is looking to put the stinger to the rear bumper of Pryor. Oh, he's leaning on him. Oh, he's in the wall. That's going to hurt him. And here comes Critchley. basically let Pryor make his own mistake, but Pryor, they got that high line rolling a little bit here with that rubber. He's going to be able to hold off here. A little contact with the wall again. Lap traffic up ahead here, the 52 truck or car. Richard Benedetto, no! The 27 gets turned. No caution. And look at Telder just dive it in there. Unfortunate, just bad circumstances there, and the 02 gets into the 27. We got a minute here, 2 minutes to go. So let's go back and see the incident real quickly there. But it looks like contact with the 52, and the 02 sends down into the 27. Just unfortunate circumstances there. And Critchley going to be on the wrong end of this one. Still running 11th, though. Meanwhile, 0.3 of a second separate the top two. Pete Pellini now in the third position. '47 of Mark Herzog, that In-N-Out Burger mobile looking good. Oh, the 02's out of shape! That is tank slapping 101 right there. Nice save by the 02. Pryor's holding on with his feet and his hands. Woo-hoo-hoo. Short tracking on a Thursday night, boys. '53 of Justin Laxton. He is trying to get spots here. Also, Mike Henry Jr. doing a good job here as there's 45 seconds to go in this race. Now, of course, here's the part that fools me. Does the checker come out immediately, or do they get the white flag? If so, we should have 2 laps to go here. But Peyton Howe has done a great job in this race. If I'm correct, this should be the white flag lap. We'll have to see here in about 7 seconds if the checker comes up on my screen. There it is. Checkered flag is waving. Race number 1. Super late models at USA goes to Peyton Howe. Ron Hart's going to get second. Pete Pellini going to get third to round out the podium for these top 3 cars. Samuel Fontaine gets 4th, and Mark Herzog, your top 5 as this race ends under the timer. But Peyton Howe's going to celebrate a win, opening up the season in this high-impact short-track Super League. I did not hit that button. Get off my screen. Rude. And donuts. And what we'll do again here in just a second, we're going to go off the air, or we'll play some promos and stuff and go off the air just for a second. And when we get into the modified room, at that point, or actually I might be able to talk to them here on Discord. At that point, we will talk to the drivers while practice goes on and stuff. So I'm going to, we'll do that and talk about the racing. And he didn't do donuts there. He did them over there. But anyways, Peyton Howe's your winner. Let's look at the final results as they celebrate. As you see WKG Knox breaking the news. CGE 1 and 3, and then Critchley died apparently. For somebody who died, he finished 12th. I think that's okay. Peyton Howe wins it. Ron Hart, Pete Pellini, Sam Fontaine, Mark Herzog, your top 5. Justin Laxton, Mike Henry Jr., Matthew Telder, Kevin Anderson, Travis Pryor, Mike Carlson, Curtis Critchley, Michael Steffen, Carl Felver, Dennis Warrens, Mario Ercolani, Matt Sparks, and Drift. Jacob Gladulich going to finish in the 18th position. Nice job on his part. 19th, Michael Duryea. 20th goes to Michael Benedetto. 21st, Nick Jezebowski. I'm going to get that name right, Nick, I promise. Richard Benedetto finishing 22nd. Kern Beckler 23rd. Katie Osborne 24th, not Ozzy's daughter. Ricky Howell Jr. 25th. River Hayes, pole sitter, finishing disappointed 26th. Ronald Redmond Jr. 27th. David Oliver 28th, and Tyler Catalano. Those two actually did not start this race. So, all right. Here's what we're going to do. As I mentioned, I'm going to go off here. We're going to play some promos here, and I'm going to switch rooms over to the modified room. Going to go there and get ready for that race coming up here in just a second. But congratulations to the 71 of Peyton Howe for winning the first race of 2 this evening. And we will step away for a second. And while we're away, we'll let you enjoy what is coming up here on Captain TV.
Forgot. We got holidays next 2 weeks.
And I haven't updated.
So on behalf of everybody,
let's stop that for a second. I could have swore I updated that promo. Did I not? All right, so let's do this. We'll just go to this one.
And he is going to kick off the new season with a win at Texas Motor Speedway. Gene Eddie Miller. Stripe, Brandon Jackson has won at Talladega. Coming to the line, side by side. And Thomas Harmon has got the win. Not going to be enough. His second career start, his first career win. Justin Gann has won at Nashville.
All right, for some reason, the videos aren't playing. They were supposed to be playing here. No, I guess we'll have to figure that one out here real quickly. So just stand by. I'm getting the room loaded up here right now as we speak. So if I get a chance, I'll put the videos on this time so you can see them. Like I said, sometimes it's our first night of doing a doubleheader like this, so unfortunately things are not going to go to plan. There it is. Yeah, right? Get hacked all of a sudden. I don't know why it didn't play. It's a video. All right. I'm going to step away for one quick second, and I will be right back, and we'll have the room up. All right, back we are at Five Flag Speedways. We get ready for Tour Modified Racing. Yeah, that intermission went nowhere near as planned as I wanted to, and I apologize for that. As I'm trying to figure all this out, because obviously with practice and things like that, I thought we had a little bit longer practice, but we didn't. And unfortunately, I get to talk to the drivers. So hopefully they'll be here later on or something. I could try to get them on the air, because I did want to talk to the winners of the race tonight. But as you see, there's going to be bugs in the first week, and I will work on those, and I'll make sure next week I'm ready to have all this set up. So just an unfortunate deal there. I had it all worked out in my head of how it was going to work, and, well, it didn't go as planned anywhere near. So qualifying's over. Michael Steffen going to be on the pole for this Tour Modified race. Ignore the Super Truck late models. But Ron Hart going to start on the outside, so another great start for him. Curtis Critchley going to start third alongside Samuel Fontaine. Justin Laxton and Michael Benedetto will start 5th and 6th. Ronald Redmond Jr. and Kevin Anderson will start 7th and 8th. Dennis Warrens will start alongside Mike Carlson, Pete Polini, and Drift. Jacob Gladulich going to start there in the 12th position. Row number 7, Mark Herzog, Peyton Howe, the winner from the first race. He'll start there in 14th, so hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to him after the race. Robert Smith making his debut tonight here in this series alongside Trevor Catalano. Derek Fulton, Curran Beckler, 17th and 18th. Caitlin Osborne, Richard Benedetto, 19th and 20th. 21st, the Floridian Andrew Navarro and Matthew Telder. Ricky Howell and Nick Jezebowski will start 23rd and 24th, and that'll be it. 24 starters in this race. That'll be 40 minutes or 80 laps, whatever happens first. The one thing we do know that will happen is a green flag will come out, and we will be racing here at Five Flags Speedway in just a half a lap. As they say in life, the first time there's always going to be errors, and then we'll get the second time, we'll get it right. And that's exactly what's going to happen tonight here. We'll get the green flag and we'll go racing next week. I'll have it under control, I promise you. But either way, I appreciate you watching. And here we go. Michael Steffen leads it to the green, and he does not go. Hart does go and gets to start. Ron Hart going to get the jump there, and here comes Steffen's teammate Fontaine to the outside. That Moneymaker Motorsports number 91. These modifieds get on their high horse. I will tell you that right now if you've never seen a modified race. 19-second laps around this Five Flags Speedway. And look at the 27, looking to go 3 wide there. Critchley looking, not able to make the move yet. Critchley's got Justin Laxton at 53 on the inside, and caution is out. And looks like issues for Richard Benedetto and Derek Fulton, maybe? Oh, wow. Oh, and the 7 car also involved in this. That's Derek Fulton, actually. So he was the other car involved. He looks like the main cause of the accident. And once again, caution laps will not count. We are at lap number 3. Oh, the 08 gets loose right in front of the 7. That's what causes the accident. The 08 is Robert Smith. And the 7 clobbers into the picture, bringing out the first caution. I got off my screen. All right, so hopefully the stream, everything's running well over there. Haven't really seen any updates lately other than the no VO that was not cooperating with me on the during the intermission. And now all of a sudden the scenic camera's working. Somebody's got some bug spray out here. Ready to go back racing here at lap number 3. Should get the green flag next time by as we'll go back racing here at lap number 4. Has led all laps so far from the outside front row. The start was deemed clean and he was good to go. And back to racing lap number 4. Hart Fontaine up to second, Critchley up to third, Michael Steffen and Justin Laxton now your top 5. This track very sweeping. Right on board with Brew. Fontaine. And caution is coming out again. And this time, caution is out for Caitlin Osborne. And that's what it's telling me at least. Let's see what happened to the 55 car. Going to clip that outside wall and gets tagged. There's a quick little 360 off the wall there, and we'll continue on, bringing out the second caution of the night. There she is on pit road. So again, after the race, we will talk to all the drivers who won tonight. We'll get good conversations in with a couple of them. Hopefully most of them will stick around. I definitely want to talk with, obviously, the winner from the race earlier tonight. race kind of starting similar to that first one. Had a couple cautions early, and then eventually it kind of opened up, and we had some great racing throughout. I will get the timer up here in just a second, so bear with me. There it is for you. 32 minutes to go. Pace car lights are off. We'll see a single file restart here. Ron Hart, the leader, the Michigan driver, and at number 12, looking pretty good so far. Fontaine there in second. Curtis Critchley is in third. Michael Steffen, Justin Laxton going to be the top 5 here. Want to protect that high line. There you go, perfect restart for Hart. He is gone. But here's the difference about this series and that Super Late Model series. This series, a lot of these drivers are used to running because of the Tourmont series from last season. As trouble over in 3 and 4, somebody got turned. I heard the contact. And I think it was Michael Benedetto. Michael at number 25. Let's see what happens here. Moneymaker Motorsports number 25. He's got 75 on his inside there. Contacts, sends him around. I see who the 75 is on my screen. I don't see a 75. Maybe Dennis Warrens. Dennis in the 90. Dennis is in the 90. So it wasn't a 75. I don't know who it was. Let's go back and look again. We won't get a number. It is. It says 75 on it. Who's in the 75? A mystery number. That's Pete Bellini apparently. In the 51. It says 75. So that fooled me. Nice job. Caution out for the second time. Now what happens is on the telemetry I use, basically it's set up to where whatever number you're as, that's what it comes up on the screen. However, if you have a paint that's Trade Paints Pro, I have that set up, so that's why it's coming up 75. He's running a Trade Paints Pro, which is giving me the actual number of the car. And it looks like Ricky Howell's taking his car behind the wall. So the 20 and tonight the 11 in this car not having a good points night. Appreciate the viewers watching us and those who have continued watching throughout the evening. Hopefully you've enjoyed the night of racing so far. As night number 1 of the Short Track Super League Southeastern Tour Modified Series, and of course the Super Late Models that raced just a little bit ago. That race saw Peyton Howe go to victory lane. Peyton is up to 8th after starting back here at 16th. There is Peyton right there. As we go back racing, Ron Hart at 12 with a good start over Samuel Fontaine. Critchley, Steffen Laxton, your top 5. Mentioned these cars haul the mail. Ooh, the 75 of Pellini almost dove it in there on the 77 of Ronald Redmond. Redmond not so good of a run in that super late model race with cars sideways and side by side throughout the field. Back here, Mark Herzog made the pass on the 90 car. There's the 35 in trouble right in front, as I think that's Mike Carlson that got turned around, the California driver, number 3, bringing out the caution. Oh, and Mark Herzog's been turned around all of a sudden. Let's have to go back here the old long way and see what happened real quick. To the number 3 of Carlson. And then we'll see what happened to Herzog, too. I definitely saw the contact at the bottom of the screen. Oh, it looks like Herzog turned. Oh, yeah, he drove it in there a little too deep. Got into the back end of the 3, and that spins him around, just a lazy spin. And then over in turn 3 and 4, if I could find it. Oh, Herzog puts himself in a wall and then gets clobbered by somebody. Well, that's not how it's supposed to go. Washing out for the 4th time. All right. Wrong button. Real quickly, gonna fix something. There we go. All good. You didn't even know what I did. So appreciate everybody watching us tonight. If you've watched both races, big shout out to you. Of course, we'll do this again next Thursday night. 2 more short track races as part of this short track Super League. The Southeastern Series. Ron Hart, Fontaine, Critchley. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. A little checking up going on. People trying to anticipate the start back here. And it looks like cooler heads prevail. Back here, though, the fight is on for position. Redmond going to fall back to 8th. He's got the 24 of Andrew Navarro to his inside. A little close there. Navarro going to make the pass on the 77. Curran Beckler there in the 35 working his way up there. There's Kevin Anderson, that Moneymaker Motorsports number 81. Ron Hart continuing to lead by about 0.4 of a second. Just ran the fastest lap of 15.6 right there on that lap. These modifieds run really fast around this track. How about the 46 car, Peyton Howell? That's him in the 11, actually. But Peyton up to the 6th position. He's looking to sweep the night here. That would make it an easy interview for me, right? Just one guy for the win. Redmond back by Navarro for position. Move him up to the 8th spot. course, this track home of the Snowball Derby each and every December. This year won by Ty Majeski. 77 kind of clipping that inside wall a little bit. And Sam under attack a little bit here. Here comes the 27 car. And back at the OB League. Oh, look at a hand fighting going on there in that 27. Racing all over the track here. Semi-banked half-mile oval. Ronald Redmond with issues. The 77's gone around in turn 2. And that brings the 5th caution out. Lap number 20. And he tows. Let's see what happened to the 777. Too far up. 1 second, I'll get the caution for you. Here we go. Oh, he climbs all. I think he clipped the apron in turn 3. That did not help him, and then gets clobbered by Curran Beckler and sent packing nose first into the wall. But let's look one more time. I think if we watch closely, turn 3 here, I think he's going to clip the apron with his left side. Right there. Yeah, he's, maybe not. You can't tell, but he does push up into the wall. Either way, that brings the caution out again. So you see some pit stops. Again, no tires available. So these pit stops are basically damage getting fixed and stuff. So you start the race on the tires you have. In our upcoming schedule, tomorrow night we'll have Truck Series racing for the Burn Piston Racing League. They will be on the track. Blown Piston. Don't ask why I said burn. Blown Piston Racing League at Phoenix Raceway for that. And then Saturday night, USRC at Michigan Speedway. And then Sunday night, we'll have the Clash Series from the Blown Piston League. And then Monday night, TI Racing and the Grublets on Ice IndyCar Series. They will be at Detroit and Belle Isle. Tuesday night, nothing as of right now. And then back Wednesday, the Great Lakes Truck Series, which they have a new sponsor, will be announcing in the future. So a lot of big things coming up. 6 nights of broadcasting now here on Captain TV. So hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified every time we're on the air. And if you're a part of another league, we'll be sharing each stream in each channel so that you're able to come watch the respective leagues that you also could be racing in. So here we go. Ron Hart going to lead Fontaine back to the green flag here. Less than 20 minutes to go in this 40-minute race. As trouble, the 53 of Laxton is turned. Oh, and he gets clobbered by Drift. Jacob Gladulich clobbers the 53. And caution out again, and Drift is up in smoke. What happened to Laxton? Let's see. They're trying to time to start, and I think potentially could be contact with the Hal. Hal gets run to the inside, and Laxton makes a late move and gets turned. And Drift has nowhere to go and clobbers him. Just trying to time the restart. There were single file restarts. And that's going to bring the caution out. Let's watch one more again. The 11 kind of lays back a little bit here and gets the run on the 53. And the 53 just makes a late move and gets turned. There's some unhappy drivers after that one. Caution out again with 17 minutes to go. Hope you guys are enjoying the racing. I know nobody's a fan of cautions, but hopefully at least you've enjoyed the night of racing so far. I'm definitely happy we've not had any streaming issues on my end. Had a little bit at the beginning, a little bit of lockup on my end, but nothing terrible. We were able to work right through that, so I'm happy about that. Looking at the schedules for next week. Next week, January the 14th, we'll be at Lanier, right down the road here from me. Literally, Lanier Raceway, probably about a 15-minute trip to the south of where I'm at here. We'll be there for the super late models, and then the modifieds are at North Wilkesboro for 2 twin 40-lap features. That should be fun. So make sure you join us next Thursday night for those 2 races here on Captain TV. Should be fun. And the green flag going to come back out. Samuel Fontaine has gotten a good run now on hard here. He's got the fight. Can he make the move? The French-Canadian driver there in that 91. Yeah, drift's done for the night, it looks like, unfortunately. Back here, the battle on for the 3rd position. Steffen kind of protected. Critchley kind of holding off and being patient with this move here for the 4th or for the 3rd spot with less than 15 minutes to go. Now, for those who are watching us, wondering about interviews, as a matter of fact, the 64 is spun over here in turn 4. No caution. If he can get going, he will get going. We will do driver interviews again after the race, so if you want to pass the word on, I was going to try to do it between races, but I guess I just misjudged how long practice would be for that 2nd race. So we will get all the interviews in. We'll talk about both races. As there goes Critchley inside of Steffen, takes the spot away, almost contact with Polini. And the doors open now, 3 wide off 2. Here comes Navarro. Nope, not able to make the move there. Navarro does make the pass on Steffen. And Polini under attack. Navarro looking really good here in this number 24. Florida driver started in the back. 17, he's gained 16 spots, 5, that's 21. 21st, now up to 5th. He has worked his way through this whole entire field to do it. Here he goes inside of Polini, 4th spot. This is for the 4th spot. Ooh, gets a little loose on entry there. Probably got a lot of rear brake bias, I would assume. And he will make the pass. Now, I did notice Peyton contact with the wall. Polini trying to save it. Oh, he gets clobbered by Benedetto in the 25. Everybody continues on, but heavy damage, I'm assuming, on these cars. Meanwhile, up front, Ron Hart leading. And now caution is out. Benedetto. I was starting to say that there were issues for... Oh, Ricky Howe. Oh, there's a mosquito killer. The other Howe in the field, I was going to say Peyton Howe, I think got EOL'd from that last accident. He was back in the 10th position, but let's see what happens here to Ricky. Benedetto running down there on the apron, just trying to get out of the way of everybody, it looks like. Comes back up on the track. Oh, and wow. Just gets loose there and it gets turned. So double mosquito killers on both cars. Benedetto's like, the heck with it, I'm going. Caution number 7 out here on the track. At lap number 34, got about 10 minutes left. Probably not going to get all 80 laps in, but we'll get the majority in, just like we did for the super late model race just a little bit ago. I was hoping to be able to give shout outs to viewers tonight. Still working on that one. Obviously, WKG Knox has been very chatty tonight. No complaints there about that, though, on my end. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you're safe where you are in the area. Where I'm at in Georgia, we're under a winter storm warning. As a matter of fact, when I was delivering earlier, had a little bit of snow, a little bit of freezing rain in the area. I noticed that the snow pellets kind of falling out of the sky at times. There we go, gonna go back racing. Drift giving us the thumbs up. He's okay. Already got a school closings list on our app. Oh boy. I'm looking forward to driving down to Duluth, Georgia tomorrow for what I have to do before I usually go to work. Or I am working actually at that point. All right, so Hart and Fontaine, Navarro, who's been a hot rod tonight in that 3rd position now in the 24. Let's see if he can go win this thing from the back. That would be very impressive. Here comes Critchley inside. He's going to make a pass on Kevin Anderson, the 7th place pass. 4th position, going to bring Peyton Howe with him. Howe trying to sweep tonight's festivities. He's only got 8 minutes to get to the front. Michael Steffen there in that 669, and there's Fontaine. Sam looking to try to steal that lead away. Oh, he left the door open here. Fontaine looking to fill the gap, not able to get that run. He almost had the clean air to do it. He's on the back bumper. There's a chrome horn. Fontaine going to try the crossover here. Maybe I thought he maybe dime in the corner there and come off low. He did not do that. Seven minutes to go. Will Fontaine put the horn to him again? He gets the run to the inside. He might not need to. Fontaine's there. Hart gives him room. Oh, that's tight. They're not clear yet. And finally clears him. Fontaine to the lead. Ooh, I thought he was going to get under him there for a crossover. That brings Navarro and Critchley back into the picture. Critchley goes for third. Curtis looking good in that 27 car. Oh, and Ron Hart goes around. Caution comes out. The man who's dominated the race. Let's see what happens. Ron goes in. I think he just lost the back end on entry and then went to the apron, and that just sent the car all the way around. If you look really closely, we'll slow it down here and let you see the replay again. But watch, not yet. Watch as he must have had a lot of rear brake in the car because the back end just comes around right into turn one here. At grill 46, number 12. Goes into the corner, kind of high here. And you see the back end's already coming around right there. And then once he got to the apron, obviously it de-wedges the car and spins it around. And Ron is on pit road, and I'm sure he's not a happy camper. So 5 minutes ago, Fontaine leads at Critchley, Navarro, Steffen, and Peyton Howe back up to the 5th position. Don't call it a comeback. He's been here for years, or at least hours. Thanks, Mike. We'll talk afterwards. Oh, is this? Oh, this is different, Mike. I'm sorry. I thought you were Stefan. This is actually Mike, whose last name I always mess up. But thank you, Mike. Appreciate it, man. Definitely got some things to work on with the doubleheader and stuff and the timing of everything. I wanted to get some interviews, which I'm going to do after the race, but I was trying to time it out to get the session up and all that and just ran out of time. I don't know that answer, Drift. That's a Michael Steffen question. You can probably ask him in Discord or something after the race. I think it's probably more so that we don't sit here until 2 o'clock in the morning broadcasting races because he doesn't have the laps counting under caution. If I had to guess, that's probably the reasoning here. We might be still finishing up the super late model race. Durea. Yeah, Durea. Thank you. I need to write that down. It's up there with Jazbowski, who I think I'm getting his name wrong still. But the look goes up and write him down so that I have like a pronunciation guide right here in front of me. All right, here we go. Sam going to lead it back to the lead, or to the green, I should say, with 3 minutes left. And a big restart on Curtis Critchley, who's now second. Michael Steffen up to third. And Andrew Navarro is back in ninth now. Did something happen to Navarro? Did I miss something? Did he pit? Huh. Developing situation there as Peyton Howell is up to third. He's got a shot here. 15-second laps, 4 a minute. Oh, yeah, he's still got about 8 laps to get there. Catching him's one thing, passing him's another, though. Down into 3 and 4. He's definitely gaining about a tenth a lap or so here. That time by only about 3/100ths faster than Fontaine, so he's going to need to gain more if he wants it. But a great effort from Peyton Howe is going to get, looks like, a top 3 in both races tonight. But if he gets one more yellow hanky, this really could get interesting. Back here at Mike Carlson having a good comeback. He was spun out earlier. Back up here in the 6th position now. How about Ron Hart, fastest lap of the race back here in 8th just now at 15:60. Beckler about stuck it in there. All 3 of the leaders within about a tenth of each other. Richley is driving the rear wheels off this thing. Look at this thing just turn. Getting a rotation, he's got to kind of crank it back to the right as this car tries to go all sideways. .45 seconds to go, so we should see 2 laps to go this time by, I believe. And Curtis Critchley is on the back bumper of Fontaine. Oh, and caution is out. That's going to end it. Sam Fontaine is going to get the victory here, but the caution is for Curran Beckler, it looks like. Make sure I see this right. I believe it was Curran Beckler. We'll get the caution, the replay here in a second. But the top clock has hit 0, and checkered flag is going to come out. And Samuel Fontaine's going to win race number 2 tonight and kick off his season with a victory at Five Flags Speedway. Critchley going to get second. Peyton Howe, how about a first and a third tonight for him? Great job on his part. Michael Steffen going to get 4th. Pete Polini going to be the top 5. And here we go, the replay, or the caution that ends this race. Beckler trying to get around that 3 car of Carlson. 24 gonna, oh, he sends it in there. Ooh. And that turns to 35. Oh, we might have more unhappy people. Hey, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, man. Be safe. All right, so Fontaine is going to celebrate with some more donuts, I believe. I'm sure he knows how to do them. And we'll talk to all the drivers tonight that went to victory, the 2 drivers who went to victory lane. We'll talk to the others who had good runs tonight. I think Groove's going to do some donuts. He better do some donuts, or I'm going to be yelling at him on the stream. All right, I guess that's going to be it. So let's look at the race results for this one, race number 2 of the evening. Fontaine wins at Critchley, Howe, Steffen, Polini, Carlson, Ron Hart, Kevin Anderson, Dennis Warrens finishes 9th. Curran Beckler still gets 10th. Andrew Navarro going to finish 11th. Richard Benedetto, Justin Laxton, Michael Benedetto, Ricky Howell Jr. finishing 15th. Catalano 16th. Drift finishing 17th. Ronald Redmond Jr. there in the 18th position. Looking at the rest of your field. 19th going to go to Mark Herzog. 20th, Caitlin Osborne. And there goes Gru. 21st, Derek Fulton. 22nd, Robert Smith. And Matthew Tellner finishing 23rd. And Jesbowski 24th. All right, so we're going to talk to all the winners here this evening, and we'll see who else we can get up here in the booth to talk this evening. Hopefully everybody hung around to watch. Let's get Sam first. Matter of fact, they're over here in the waiting and interview part of the broadcast, so let's get him in here. Foist. As Sam joins me, I got to make one adjustment really quickly to be able to talk to him because I actually turned off my steering wheel earlier, so I need to change. Actually, it should be set up right. Voice activity. Yeah, there I am. Hello, Sam. Congratulations on your win tonight. You get the second victory this evening, but great racing throughout tonight. I know we had some cautions here and there. Let's talk about this second race, though. Talk about that victory you got tonight. Yeah, you definitely had to hold off Curtis there at the end, but you mentioned the battle with Ron. Talk about holding off Curtis there. That had to be kind of wild there, especially at the end. He started to get that run and tried to make some moves. Definitely put on a pretty good show.
A few more laps, we're kind of done. But with his new tires mostly. But otherwise, I was pushing as hard as I was pushing when I was behind Ron, trying to make my pass on him. So to keep Curtis as far as I could. But it was fun. Everyone ran me pretty clean tonight, and we had a great night.
As I see, I'm using my new program tonight. I'm getting told that we're not hearing you right now, and I've got every button right, so it's not me this time. But just waiting to see if they can hear you now on the stream. If not, I might have to figure something out here really quickly. Yeah, let me know real quickly, guys, on the stream. I'm just kind of stalling for time with Sam now. There you go. All right, so yeah, talk about it all again. I know you got to be excited to get the win because last season in the Tour Mods only, you had your good runs at the end. But you couldn't break through and get that victory because one team dominated. But tonight you were able to get that win.
Yeah, I mean, the last season was a pretty challenging step, I guess. Open setup with really big guys, big names in tours. And now, like tonight, I mean, I was fighting the whole season for that win last season in tours. And now I guess tonight is our night. Hopefully the rest of the season go like this and we can fight for the championship in points. So,
well, tonight was a good start for you getting in victory lane this evening. Of course, had a great fight with Ron and a great fight with Curtis. And I think you're going to see some pretty good competition this season. So congratulations, and send shout-outs to whoever you want to, bud.
Yeah, I wanted to thank, I guess, TSL for hosting that. Mike, Stefan doing an excellent job. Also, my teammate, Mike Benedetto, who's like also sponsoring for this league race, and also you for the broadcast and the whole teams we are racing with, working hard each week to get better and better, and that's what we'll see it, man.
Absolutely. Had great viewerships tonight, and unfortunately had some errors, but that's going to happen when we throw a doubleheader together for the first time and got to work through the kinks of new programming and stuff. So you did a great job, though, and congratulations on your win, young man.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Fontaine with the victory there this evening. Congratulations to him. Let's go get the guy who, well, he finished third in this race, but wins the first race. And Peyton Howe, what a hell of a night for you tonight. In your debut in this series, you start up there in the front, work your way up through the field and win that super late model race. Let's talk about that one at first. I'm sure you had to be excited about that.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about it. I haven't really ever driven USA in a super late. I've driven it in a late model, so that took a little bit of experience. It gave me a little bit, but driving it in a super late was a lot different, trying to roll the corner and everything. And Ron was a lot faster than me at the start. Excuse me, but after a couple laps, I just started inching away and inching away. But then at some points, I'd overdrive a corner, and he'd get right back up to my bumper.
It seemed like tire wear and, obviously taking care of the tires were very important there. I noticed a lot of cars in that race were not able really to get the throttle all the way down, so you were almost back on the straightaway.
Yeah, I was able I was just saving tires on the restarts, and just cooling them down a little bit and have more grip. And then once we got about 15 laps into a run, you could really tell tire fall off, and I feel like that's where I was beating most people at. But my dad, if he wouldn't have got wrecked at the start, we would have probably been battling, because he's a lot faster than me at USA, and just stuff happened, he got wrecked.
All right, now I'm going to go personal here for a second, Peyton. All right, so about 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, there was a famous race, or a famous race on iRacing that a guy named Nordgar hosted. And I remember Ricky running in that race, your dad. And I remember making a comment about at times when he'd run in the league, his son jumping on the sim. So I got to ask, were you the son?
Yeah, I was.
And look at this. Now, years later, this young man is in victory lane in this series for Short Track Super League. I just thought it was cool. As soon as you said son, I'm like, no way. I just put two and two together. I was racing with your dad at that point. But definitely cool. Let's talk about tonight real quickly in this second race. Third place run for you. Unfortunately, you had that accident that happened. You were back to 10th and then worked your way right back up through the field. How much fun was that?
That was a lot of fun. I came in with maybe 2 laps of practice. I've never driven a tour mod before. And then to come out, my dad helped me, telling me how to drive it and everything. And once I figured that out, I'm probably the fastest guy out there. And just that thing that happened on the restart put me too far back to get back up to the front.
Right. And, of course, he probably told you to go fast and turn left, right?
Yeah, basically. Yep.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Well, nice job tonight, man. Congratulations, first and third. That's a second place average when you look at it on the positive side. So nice job. Send shout outs whoever you want to.
I'd like to thank everybody at Phantom and CGE, Butt Kicker, B-Leaf, Shenandoah Shine, Empire Jerky, and everybody at the Phantom group.
There you go. Well done. And Ricky, he's got you beat, buddy. Just going to throw it out there now. Nice job, Peyton.
Nice job, Peyton. Thank you.
Peyton Howe there. That's a true story, by the way, about that. It was a back in the day, I ran in a league. It was called Nordgar, and the guy broadcasted all the time. And we ran a Nordtona 500 race, and that's where I remember Ricky sharing that story about, yeah, my son's in the sim right now. I'm like, what? And there's his son. Look at there. All right, let's talk to Curtis Critchley. Let's bring him up here with us right now. Wrong channel. I'm trying to get him up here to me. There we go. Curtis joining us this evening. Curtis, a great second place run for you. You had a good run going in the first race. Unfortunately, as WKG Knox said over in chat, you died. But you survived this one and get a second place run.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I haven't driven these tour mods yet. The new, I believe they have a new tire model. But these were so fun to drive, and especially just kind of wheeling and playing with the throttle. It's just such a joy. I'm definitely going to get to drive these more often. I can't describe how fun this car is.
And also, not only that, you had the fun run in the super late models tonight until that accident happened. Let's talk a little bit, for those who might not know, what did you feel tonight? And being this your first time in a modified, what did you feel is the biggest difference?
From a super to a modified, the corners or the car definitely turns way better. You don't have to. The thing about the super, it's a lot of finesse on the brake. Mm-hmm. Where the tour mod, it's more of a finesse about how you get back on the gas. So basically, you just have to figure out a way of getting on the gas, but not slamming it down to where your tires grip up, and then you can start getting that roll off exit really good.
and that's more because so much lighter vehicle. Obviously, super late model is a straight stock car. Modified is, well, modified. What do you know? But
Yeah.
best way to explain it, right? So, hey, talk about the excitement though for you. Obviously, the second place run getting you some momentum going into next week, where Lanier in the super late model and North Wilkesboro in the Tour Mod.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're carrying great momentum. We had 2 good runs tonight, and even though first one didn't go as we wanted to, this one did. And even though we came a little short, I think we were able to finish that out green. I think I could have had something for Samuel, but he drove an awesome race, man. But I'd like to thank my sponsors, B-Leaf, Critchley Gallant Chat or Engineering, and also Phantom Graphics. These guys helped me so much.
There you go. You beat me to the shout-outs. Well done. It's like you're trained. But it's funny. I did see the B on the front of your hood of the super late model. We were riding on the back bumper right before the wreck happened. The first words out of my mouth was, "Oh, he's going to use the bumper. He's going to sting this guy. Be careful." But
I used to drive a Kia Stinger, actually. It's
nice.
a big joke around the super late model community. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, everybody.
That's a great car, actually, by the way, too. Anyways, nice job out there, Curtis. And if you got a couple more shout-outs, go ahead.
No, that's basically everybody. Thank you again.
Figured I'd give you the opportunity to have the floor. So, hey, nice job. We'll see you next week, buddy.
See you then.
You too. And that's Curtis finishing in the second position. Let's go ahead and bring Pete Molini up here. If I remember correctly, Pete, you finished third in that first race, fifth tonight, so fourth place average for you, and that wasn't without any drama.
Hey, that works for me. I'd say it was a pretty good night around for all the guys here on Phantom CGE. So, good team night, good racing, some excitement. Hard to argue with that. I'm sure we'd like a little more green flag runs, especially in that super late race. But I think it came out pretty good. The racing when we did get to run was pretty solid.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There was some side-by-side battling and stuff. You definitely saw the cream rise to the top. You mentioned, we could have seen a little bit more green flag run. But at least when it did, we got some decent runs out of it. And, the action, you could just see how tight the field is and how good the action was.
Yeah, this is a really solid series. Everybody was really close. I mean, you look at the qualifying times on both sets there. I mean, you got to be on top of your game to run well here. That's for sure. These guys aren't going to let you take a second off. So, fun series to run. I'm happy to be back running with these guys again. It's been a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely missed you towards the end of last season, which we'll just put it was dominated by one particular team. But you come back tonight and you looked really good. Obviously, with the third and the fifth, you had a little bit of adversity there in the beginning of the second race as you had to start back in the 11th position or so. Yeah, 11th is what I'm seeing here. So 11th position, you worked your way up there through a couple of wrecks.
Yeah, patience and keeping the nose clean goes a long way for sure. And like I said, having the good teammates to work with throughout the course of the race there and communicate info and all that is always a big positive. So got to give a big shout out to them for sure.
Absolutely. And as somebody called you in the stream, the Pete Polini, which I guess would be the
one and only.
Nice. Well, hey, nice job. Send shout out to everyone too, buddy.
Absolutely. CGE chassis for sure. Curtis and them guys build some great setups for us to run, as well as Maconi Setup Shop's been a sponsor of me this season as well, which is awesome. Butt Kicker, Martin Sports Apparel, and Shenandoah Shine just came on with Phantom recently as well. So we got a lot of good stuff going on this for 2021.
Well done. Well done, sir, and congratulations on that third and fifth place run, and we'll see you next week, sir.
Hey, absolutely. Good chatting with you, buddy.
Absolutely. You too, my friend. We'll
all right, appreciate you doing the broadcast too. You guys always do a good job.
Hey, no sweat, man. Had to get through the bugs tonight, but we're through it, and we made it through week one. We're good to go. So can only go up from here. So
that's nice. Right. Only get better.
Yes, sir. Nice job, Pete. All right, so Pete Polini joining us. I just moved myself and not Pete. I hate when that happens. There we go. Let's move just Pete to another channel or something. As we will wrap up here from Five Flags Speedway. Congratulations again to Peyton Howe and Samuel Fontaine on getting the wins tonight. Again, next week we will be at two tracks again. We'll be super late models at, of course, now I'm going off my memory, super late models at Lanier, and the modifieds will be at North Wilkesboro. So we'll take a trip to Georgia and North Carolina and enjoy it from there. So I'm going to go work on some more on this stream and go from there. But I appreciate all the drivers who are talking with us tonight. Again, big thanks to Michael Steffen for allowing me to be a part of the broadcast once again this season. And as I always like to say as I wrap up each broadcast, if you haven't heard it by now, you're going to hear it a lot more in the future. This isn't just a game. This is iRacing. See ya!